Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody is trying to create a seamless pattern with this right here, and this is what he sent me. But he sent me this, and they're not matching up like they're supposed to. So something is off in the drawing, and I don't know. I really looked at it; everything looks pretty good, but I'm just going to redraw it. He kind of told me how he did it, and it's really a pretty cool pattern. I'm going to bring this over here. So we're going to start with a box and might as well make it 10 inches, okay? And hit P. And then I'm going to make a duplicate of that box and I'm going to move it out. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change my nudge factor to get it out of the way. Let's go 13 inches. Let's make a duplicate and move it over. Now let's see, I think I jiggled that. And that could be part of it. Someone hit P again. Control D and make a duplicate and rotate it 45 degrees. Now, we need this to be 10 inches tall. So we're going to change it. This is with our ratio lock. I'm going to make this 10 inches. So now that fits inside of that part. Now I need to grab this and Control D and rotate it to 0 because it's already at 45. Now I'm going to move this box out of the way temporarily, and I'm going to weld that together. And then if we look, there's two more boxes. So we're going to Control D, and then while holding down the Shift tool, make it grow inside, and then Control D again. And if you're happy with that, it's all good. Now I'm going to just nudge that back and just kind of look to make sure we're on the corners, and we are. So now we need to make another little box right here. And if you will take it right here and hold down the Shift and the Control button, it grows. Control keeps it square, and the Shift keeps it from growing in the middle. Control D to make a duplicate and rotate it 90 degrees. 45 degrees, sorry. And then select these two and weld them. And because we didn't select that whole box, we don't have to worry about it. Control D and make a duplicate, and then move this in. I don't know if he had, he's got a couple almost like the center. So let's hold down the Shift key. The Shift key is going to help it grow from the center. And then we'll go Control D again and hold down the Shift key. And see, that's dead in the middle. So now let's group these together, Control G. And our box is 10 inches. So let's set our nudge factor on 10, remembering the 13 if we need that other box. Hit the plus key and put it right there. Now you could grab both these, hit the plus key and put them down. Those should be perfectly centered. Now there's another box. I'm going to nudge this out of the way so we're 23 inches away. I might not even need it after all. I'm going to draw a square holding down the Control button, and I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. And he's got it touching that second one. So I'm going to grab it right here and just make sure it's on the, see, I slipped and it's not on the node. So that could have been one of his problems. Put it right on that node. This thing is more, so I'm going to make it a little smaller by holding down the Shift key, trying to get it more like his picture. That's good enough. Now, Control D, alternate C, that's already at 45, so we're going to say plus 90. Control D, Control D. All right, everything ought to be good. Let's take away this box. I'll just delete that first one. And let's take all these lines and make them something other than a hairline. You know, if we make it much thicker, that's going to be too thick in the center. So let's just stay with that. Now I'm going to go to Object. So we can't convert the outline to an object because it's grouped together. So what we're going to do is go here, go to object, group, and ungroup all. Then we should be able to grab the whole thing. And go up to object, convert the outline to an object, and then I'm going to left click, right click. Then I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. Now just looking at his, that tab is over and mine's really not. Well, it's over a little bit. So what we're going to do now is take the Smart Fill tool. And well, what I want to do first is I want to group this together, Control G, so I can get it out of the way. And I'm going to grab this Smart Fill tool. I'm going to zoom in here. Smart Fill, and I'm going to fill in that. You know what, I think yeah, he only had 2. I'm going to have 3. But it doesn't matter. And you could actually do this and then rotate them. Yeah, 3 might even be cooler. Now this is going to take just a second, but the inside is going to do all at one time. Oh, you know what? It's not, because they're not welded. So what we need to do, I don't want to weld all this stuff. You know what? I'm going to take away all the fill and just do this over. So I'm going to ungroup it for a minute. Ungroup all. I'm going to go ahead and take my box, nudge it over twice. I can grab both these and nudge them over twice. Nudge it over twice. See, I didn't get them all. And then I'm going to weld this. There we go. Now you just put this back, hit it twice. Now I'm going to go back and group it together. Control G, or go up to object and group and group. This time it'll work, I think. Let me zoom in a little bit, take the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit more. And see, now that this is welded together, boom, it did it all at one time. And then I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And because we group that together, I'm going to be able to delete all these lines in just 1 second. So now I'm not going to delete them. I'm going to take this and nudge it over. So there's our, I did not, I did the outside of these letters, of these colors. So let's, I don't know what I was thinking. I need to do the inside. That's pretty funny. That might be a whole new video. There we go. I would literally like the lines to be thicker, but it's good. I'm going to control, you know what? We could weld it. Now, if you look, it's 10 by 10. I'm going to make it 4 by 4. Now, we're going to check something, then I'm going to use another procedure. I'm going to set my nudge factor on 4. And I'm going to duplicate it and see how they match. So he just had something off. But because it's like that, we're going to use another quicker way to do this, a Docker. Go under Windows, Dockers, and Transform. Yours might say Transformation. What I like about this, it knows my size. I mean, I can make this thing that size, and it knows my size. So I want 5 to the right. Look at that. And then I'm going to select this, put it down. I want 5 to the bottom. Look at where this is a pretty cool pattern. I appreciate, I love it when people send me stuff I haven't seen. I'm going to group that together and I'm going to turn them hopefully all yellow. And let's look at that under a black box. Almost want to say sometime a black light effect, because it's kind of doing that. It's really showing off hope it shows up on your monitor. But if you think about that is just a corner. This is a cool, really cool one. This is just a corner. So now I do have a little bit of a line there, but on the bigger ones, I didn't really see it. Yeah, I see it. So that's, just something, if you're printing it or whatever you're doing, that could be very easily taken up. Let me back up here. By doing that, what I would do, if you really want to get the lines away, let's make it 4. Make your nudge factor like 3.98. And it would help if my lines were a little thicker. And now we're not going to have any lines. Control D, Control D. And since it's a square item, it'll go both ways. Now let's turn them all yellow. Let's weld them together and see what happens. That might stop some of that too. Get the black box effect. Object order. Back a page. Enter. Well, our lines aren't gone, but now I nudged it a little bit too much. So just kind of play around with that. I don't think that's his problem. Anyway, pretty cool logo or pretty cool seamless pattern. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.